All right, thank you once again. So to other stories still related to health, the Ghana Greater Accra Regional Hospital is using virtual and augmented reality systems to help surgeons prepare for complex neurosurgical procedures. Portia Gabo reports on how neurosurgeons at the hospital are using 3D technology to simulate surgery before stepping into the operating room.
You like that house?
I am currently in a different world, a world of virtual reality where I am in a computer-generated environment with views and objects that appear to be real, immersing me in my newfound surrounding. This technology, which is used to play games and explore Facebook's metaverse, among others, has come to impact the medical field not only in developed countries but also in Ghana.
I think it's your right a little bit. Yeah.
Here at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, it's a novelty for the medical center to have augmented and virtual reality systems to aid neurosurgeons.
So this is something we actually want to introduce into our learning process in the country because this is the future of medicine. But just the same when neuronavigation came, people were like, no, this. When computer came, people were like skeptical about computer. Today, nobody can live without it. This is the future of medicine.
Matthew and Patience have a relative about to undergo a complex surgery to remove a brain tumor. Amid fears and anxiety, Professor Samuel Kaba allows them to enter the world of virtual reality to understand their relative's condition.
So we play with it, we can rotate it, we have the chance to look at it from different angles and everything.
It is so great. It's a different world altogether. I saw things in a different way from a distance but closer to me, and I could see a brain in there, like a movie. The takeaway here is that if the tumor is on the left side, it tends to have more impact on the right side, and I think having gotten known of this, it makes it easier for us to really know the impact of the effect of the tumor on a particular side of the body.
Seeing the scans, the tumor looks a little bit smaller, but with this, you see it's very big, it's very clear, and I'm sure it will help the doctors to know what to do better.
Normally, when you do an X-ray or CT scan or MRI, you have a 2D in front of you. You can't actually see behind it, but this one you can see behind. You can see from top, bottom, up, down. So we think it's extremely important for that. For the patient and the family, in our experience, is that when you tell a patient that you have a clot in your brain, you have a tumor in your brain or in your spine, it's like you've condemned the person to death. They don't understand, they get scared. But when you give it to them and show them that, look, this is the problem and this is the way we're going to approach it, they become more relaxed, they tend to be more cooperative, and it's extremely good for patient care. It actually ups the quality of care we give to our patient.
CT and MRI scans are put into a 3D model that can be analyzed and manipulated. The VR headset allows interaction with the patient's anatomy by being able to see and manipulate a 360-degree virtual reconstruction of the brain. It's the day of surgery.
To hold it, okay? Yes. And turn it anyhow.
It's a complex surgery due to the size of the tumor and takes over 8 hours.
You want this view?
When the going gets tough at a certain point, virtual and augmented reality come in handy to aid the team of medical professionals. For treatment.
Okay, go to the next after this one. The other good, that one. Exactly the position in which we are now. Right hand up. Okay, you leave that and go for the actual one.
The Greater Accra Regional Hospital is using patient-specific 3D virtual reality technology for direct patient engagement. With a VR headset, the neurosurgeon can then navigate through the brain on screen, getting a closer look at the brain tissue and vessels, all without opening the skull.
Through this technology, surgeons can practice the procedure using images of the actual patients, allowing them to map out the exact path they will take during the surgery.
Especially for ENT, we work in a complex area, base of skull, lateral base of skull, and anterior base of skull. So it will be very helpful in teaching and then decreasing accidents in surgery.
Virtual reality in neurosurgery is very important because it allows us to see the minute details in a bigger fashion, and in that way it enhances the safety of the surgery.
There are less complications and the duration of surgery is shorter, and that is good for the anesthesia part because the patient does not have to be under anesthesia for long.
For trainee students in neurosurgery, this will enhance their training.
For medical students, it takes the learning to a different level. It's no longer boring reading through the books and stuff. Now at least you can see something in real life, appreciate the nuances of the anatomy, appreciate how to translate that information to the patient.
This helps increase the precision, helps decrease the error margins, and also an improving outcome of patients' care in total.
Virtual and augmented reality are certainly making an impact, and it is the hope that such technology will be made available across major hospitals across the country.
Complications like stroke will be reduced with some of these facilities. So I think it's an exciting time for Ghana, and I'm looking forward to probably utilizing it or having the same in Kolebu, and I think every Ghanaian, West African, should be proud that we are able to have such a facility in our.
Technology has no doubt changed the face of medical care the world over. It is hoped that this will translate into an improvement in the quality of life of patients in developing countries. Portia Gabo, TV3 News, Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Accra.